In this tutorial, we are going to be discussing doing inventory adjustments via spreadsheet upload. Sometimes maybe you want to be able to send out a spreadsheet to someone and have them do an inventory adjustment without actually being in the system, or you want to mass make some changes. There could be various reasons as to why you might want to do this. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to Operations in our Inventory tab, and then go to Inventory Adjustments. Now this will bring up all of your different inventory items, and you can start doing inventory adjustments right here if you wanted to, just like we've done in some of our other videos. But maybe you want to do this by a specific category or something else, and we want to do this by spreadsheet. So the first thing that we're going to do, and in my case, I just want to see all of the items that are less than or equal to 0. I need to do some cleanup there, but you could export based off of product category and do filters any of these ways. So we're going to add a filter to this before we go ahead and do the actual export and re-import. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to filters, and then for me, you could put all of these different kinds of filters on. I want to do a custom filter, and I want to do it based off of quantity, and I will set it that is less than or equal to 0, and I'll go ahead and apply that. So that brings our list down to 21, and you can see here I've got some items that I've said I've oversold, but maybe I didn't get them received into inventory correctly, or we found a box in the back that had been sitting for a while that we didn't know about, whatever it is. And then from here, if I want to export this to a spreadsheet that I can then re-upload, so maybe I don't want to make all these adjustments one by one in the system, I want to export these. What we can do here is we can select all of these, and if you have more than fits on one page, it's going to say 21 of whatever number is selected. Do you want to select all? You can click select all, and then from here we're going to do an action export, and then we always want to click, if we're going to re-upload and add data, we always want to click this little checkbox that says I want to add update data to this. So then we can come over here, and you can add in whatever you want. These are the basic ones we get, and I don't need who this is assigned to, but I do want the counted quantity, and I do want the product. After that, for me, it's not so important. You could leave whatever you want to on here for your tracking purposes, but I'm just going to pull all of those off because to me they're just extra at this point, and I just want to know the product and the quantity. So I can go ahead and export that. Now that what that does is that brings out a spreadsheet, and for those of you on the click-through guide, you might not see this spreadsheet on the click-through guide, but I'll try and get it put in as well. And that's going to pull up a spreadsheet. And within that spreadsheet, we can go in and manually edit all of these counted. So this says inventory quantity. We can leave it like that. This is just what we wanted to count it as. So we could go through and say, hey, this magnetic board, there was actually 1. The newspaper rack, there was actually 2. There was 0 of those. We had 1 conference chair left, 0, 0, and 1 LED lamp, 2 of those, 1, 0, maybe there's 5 of those we found, whatever it's going to be. And then you're just going to want to save this in a spot that you know where it's at. So we can go ahead and save that. Now when we return back and go to our upload, there is a special thing that we're going to want to do. So we're going to come back into here and go to our favorites, and we're going to import a record. Now we're going to choose where that record comes from, and open it up, and it should map just like this if you didn't change the headers or anything. Now, when it comes down to it, when it comes to importing the counted quantity, the only things that we can import and change are the external ID and the counted quantity. So we need to actually remove this and not try to re-import it. So we only need the external ID and the counted quantity. And then from here, it's just a simple import. And you can see it updated all of those quantities to 0. And then from here, if you want to go through, you could double check and apply each one separately, or you could select all action, and then you could, sorry, not action. We moved that from there up to the apply all. And you give it a reference or a reason, you apply it, you're ready to go. And now, so all these that are still 0, they're going to show up in my filter, but those are what I counted. We're good to go. So that's a quick way that we can, mass edit from a spreadsheet and do a big inventory adjustment. So hopefully that helps. Let us know if you have any questions. Thanks.